बॉयज हॉस्टल पलाश सामने पे।
Say, you need to go to a boys' hostel. You enter a building. If heaps of dirty, unwashed clothes and half-naked guys is what you see around, then let me tell you, definitely you have reached your destination. Welcome to the boys' hostel. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, guests and judges. Hostels are a very important part of a student life. I am sure each one of us had at some point of life been in a hostel. Well, if you haven't been in a hostel, then join one as soon as possible. That the day of a normal, ordinary hosteler starts with frustration, irritation, and anger. And this is maximum when you stay in a hall. The reason? Alarm clocks. Even if it is not the one, if you are not the one who's setting the alarm clock, there might be people who set up alarm at 5:30 a.m. in the morning and they never wake up, instead wake up the entire hostel. Sometimes the frustration and anger is so high that what results is this. Now once you're awake, you need to go to the washrooms. Many of us when we live in houses, we have a private bathroom, we have a private toilet, so everything is peaceful. But here, you need to be in a queue. The queues teach you three basic teachings of life. Number one, self-control. How not to punch a guy who's standing in front of you. How not to break the bathroom door by constantly knocking. The second thing which the cues teach us is patience. Keep patience, wait for a longer time. You will get lighter and you will be relieved. Third thing that the cues teach us is manipulation. How do you manipulate people standing in front of your queue? Proceeding so, hostels are also the places where you find laziest of the people. Laziest, I mean lazier than a donkey. Suppose, I'll give my example. Suppose it's 8:15 and the college starts at 9. So from 8:15 to 9, I have time to take a bath and I need to go and have breakfast. At 8:15, I see that there are 3 people standing in front of me in the queue. I start calculations. The 3 people, they take 5 minutes each, so that way we get 15 minutes. Then what if the water goes? Because it's hostel and half the time we don't have water. So then we think that my laptop is updating on the Wi-Fi. Okay, I won't take a bath and I am seen at the wash basin with a face wash in my hand. Now once if you're lucky enough to take a bath, now comes the turn of clothes. By clothes I mean fresh pair of clothes, not the used ones. I go to my suitcase, I open the suitcase, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Then I see below, all my clothes are in the laundry bag. Why isn't the laundry done? The laundry was supposed to be done yesterday, but yesterday was Sunday. And Sunday is the official Counter-Strike day. Now please tell me, how can a hosteler avoid killing a fellow hosteler just to wash the clothes? What happens next is this. I take the shirt from the laundry bag. I smell it. Wearable. I wear it. Still smelling. I take the deodorant. I'll apply a little bit of it. Ready for college? Now once you are ready for college, you go to college, the day is normal, you meet your friends, it's fantastic. When you return back, what happens is the weirdest thing that you'll find in the hostels. There are competitions such as open burping competitions, dirtiest fart marathons, and from BPL on birthdays to endless discussion on stupid things such as why did Katappa kill Bahubali? There's one more thing that you can't find in hostels. You just can't find in hostels, and that thing is privacy. There is nothing called personal in hostel. If you see Nikhil someday wearing a blue boxer, you don't be surprised to find Bhavin wearing the same boxer. And here, the case doesn't end here because the boxer doesn't belong to either of them. Belongs to me. Finally, yes, I am a hosteler. Yes, I have taken a bath today. Yes, these are my fresh clothes. Yes, I am lazy. Yes, I am careless. Yes, I procrastinate a lot. But let me promise you all today that I will stop being lazy. I will stop procrastinating once we get a permanent campus.